You win that contract, and then you get all the way to the end. The contracting officer is ready to award you, and they find out, number one, you either don't have that code in your SAM, and you're not classified in there as a small business, but you are a small business because you didn't do something right. You see? And then you could lose an opportunity. You don't get to be considered. And let's say there's some other larger companies that are going to bid on the same opportunity you're going to bid on, and they'd like to set it aside for small business, but they can't because your information is not right.
I just want
This
to
is
highlight how important research is so important. I don't want people to miss that.
Mhm.
Having all these tools and things like that, and not understanding the value of where you're at, what you're doing with these products, and how to actually move from point A to point B can confuse the process for you later on.
Yeah.
So just highlighting that again, that importance of this is why it's important to have a service team, or when you join the right team, or listen to the right people, because there's
Mhm.
different voices out there.
Mhm.
There's
And how are they supposed to know who are the right
yeah,
voices?
exactly,
I mean,
exactly. I just didn't
you
want
don't
nobody
know
to
what
miss
you
that.
don't know. And that's why we're doing this, is because we do realize there's a lot of confusion. It's not that information that's out there is bad. That's not the point. It's just incomplete a lot of times. And it doesn't make sense to where you may be in the process. I was just telling Torrance before we came here that we allow people to fill out assessment profiles when they're going to have a consultation with Torrance, and I was looking at a person that had, at least this is what they say. I'm not saying this is not true, but they had. I've had this training. It was like 5 areas that they had training in, and I'm thinking, but you're saying you're not winning. That's a red flag. Is the training that you've had any good, or is it real training? Or is it you listening to different pieces of information? That makes no sense. I mean, as much as I want you guys to follow me all over the all over the place, why are you listening to me for 4 or 5 years and you still don't know what you're doing? I don't even want that. I mean, Torrance will tell you. I mean, we kind of pick our clients. We want people that want the truth. You're asking a great question. How do I start? Everyone can take that information, what I just said. And if you are in this with us tonight and you did not do that, that's probably why you're all over the place. Now, let me say one other thing to you. You might decide you want to do different types of training, which is great. Use different keywords that identify different types of training. That's why I want you to just go in there and put in training, period, and see what comes up. And then you can identify your agencies that you should be working with. Which agencies need the most training? You should know who your client is. I know any day of the week who my targets are, who I work with. DLA, Veterans Administration, Health and Human Services when they get that crazy man out of there. We can go back to normal. The man that doesn't like any medications, and that's what I do. But I know who my clients are. And so I know I should be watching them. And every blue moon, I might find an agency just by going out there to check once a week. It doesn't take you that long to check, but you need to know what your codes are. You need to know what your keywords are. And when you go out there and check, it takes you maybe 15 minutes. And you're like, oh my goodness, GSA is doing this. I didn't even know that they do this. Or the Navy needs Six Sigma training. I didn't even know that they need that. That's why I want you to use a general keyword first, and then you start the other. And that's how you set up your SAM. And with that information, you should go right and get in your SAM, start setting it up.